Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a quick review hopefully of the stamping platforms from Crafter's Companion. You saw in that last haul from their birthday week I'd gotten these pretty inexpensively. They always have them on sale for like maybe like the 6x6 plus that stamping pad, which is like that purple foam pad. I have stamping pads just like that red one that you could buy at the store. It's kind of generic. It's kind of like a burgundy red color. I have the backside of my Close to My Heart pad that has the foam. So if you're looking for that, they sell it really inexpensively. Even the foam pad by itself at Crafter's Companion is like $5 or when they have it on sale and stuff. It might be a little more than that. It depends because I have the platinum discount, so I always get 20% off. So I see the prices that I see, but I see it for those prices. So I do have the 4-inch grid, the 6-inch grid, and the 8-inch grid. And then I had also gotten the some of their background layering stamps. This is the Crocus collection. This is the Butterfly collection. Oh, you know, I was going to do this one, but darn. Which one do I want to do? I'll probably do the butterflies. So, we'll be using those just to try it out and see how well we can use them. For layering, they're not really meant for that because obviously you can move them around and you're going to be off if you, you know, move it too much. So it has grids obviously so that you can kind of know where you had stamped. But for now I have a little piece of paper. I read on here that these are 4.1 by 5.8 inches. So I cut a piece of paper at 4.5 by like 6 just so that it's not too much paper and I can see more of my grids plus the grid on the stamping grid platform itself. So let me open this up. And they both are basically purples and they're recommending to use 2 purples and a black color. So I'll open this up real quick. These are always super stuck to the plastic because they are photopolymer stamps, so they're really clingy. And they're also full, right? On the back side, it's not like it's like a little area that you can just kind of take off. It's a big full stamp. So we'll open that up in a second. So I do have this Harmony Noir Black, so it's the quick dry inks in black, in Pale Fig, and Crushed Velvet. So in this purple color family, it's Pale Fig, Crushed Velvet, and Damson Wine, which is the darkest purple one, but we're just using the 2 lighter colors. I mean, you can use whatever you like, obviously. So let me put those to the side for right now. And then here it kind of tells you, you want to use the lightest purple, stamp number 1, stamp number 2, the darker purple, and then stamp 3 would be the black outline. So stamp number 1. And of course, obviously this 4-inch one is too small, just a little too small. So I'll open up the 6-inch grid. And obviously they're a square. It does have the metric and imperial measurements. I never knew, to be honest. Ours, I guess they refer to as imperial. Is that? I know its metric system is the one we don't use, but even though everybody else uses it, seems like, so that's okay. Alright. I have to refresh my memory on that, to be honest. Like, I don't remember ever calling it that. So, it does have grid on this side where I can feel like where they painted it on. So, it's really nice. On the back side, of course, it's nice and slick. So, I was always curious about these little things, see how well. I think in a way they kind of help you because if you're just a little bit off, you can kind of still move it as you need to. So, what I'm going to do, because I always, not that I always mess this up, I think I do it pretty well sometimes, but sometimes I'm going to stick this to my surface, and if there's any glue on this thing or even a little bit. This one is funny. I don't know where I got this. You know what? No, I'm not gonna use that one. Let's just use this glue dot. Hopefully this will work. I just need something sticky to help me out here. No? Glue dot? Not you either? Come on. So maybe I'm using it the wrong way. Was I? Yes, I was. No wonder. Okay, so I can fix that later, but there's a glue dot right here. I'll just get one. Maybe they're too old. That's another issue here. I just want to stick something on here to help me stick it down. The glue dots are rubbing off, but they're not sticking. Oh, come on. Just a little stickiness. There you go. Just something. I don't care what. I just wanted something to help me stick this here. And I'm going to put it like... Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I want to see where the camera was. So just right there. Just to help hold that down. I normally wouldn't do that. I just wanted to do it right now and see if that helps me out. So number 1 is going to be the lightest color, and it's under here. So we have... Let me put this to the side before I lose things. I'm going to peel off this number 1. Ah! It always comes off and then it leaves your little piece of plastic all curled up. See? Because of the way it comes off. Okay, so number 1. And I'm going to put it, hopefully... right in the middle. And you should really pick a spot that you're going to be able to put it back at that same spot right in this corner. So I'm right at the top and I'm on right by the 3. I mean, that's the best way for me to see it. There's a 3 and right at that top line, okay? I'm using this corner to help me out. Hopefully I don't forget that. Oh, and look at that, my paper already moved. All right, there we go. Palest color, which in this one is Pale Fig. It looks really, really, really light. And again, these quick dries dry quickly, so it's good for layering like this. Not that I'm gonna do it super quickly in between layers anyway, but okay. So there's that. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. And I'm gonna stamp this. What you can do is line up these grids wherever you need them to, but I'm just kind of eyeballing the paper. Is my head in the way? I'm just stamping in the very corner of the paper. Okay. These do kind of slip around a little bit on the glass mat, so maybe that's why the foam pad underneath would be better, because it doesn't slip as much. I almost got everything. It looks like I'm missing a piece of the butterfly right there, which is really kind of a bummer, because I don't think I'm able to line it up again the same way, but let's do that. So that's another reason why that foam mat helps you get a better impression. Close enough. Okay, that was not the best, but let me move that along, because we're just moving along. So that was 1. We need layer 2 now. This is number 3. Where's layer 2? Oh, it's right here. My layer 2 is stuck to my layer 1 paper. Ah! So, you know, close to my heart, whenever they sell their stamps, it always comes with a little piece of foam in there, and people might wonder like what that's about. It's really literally so that you can put the piece of foam, put your piece of paper, and then stamp into that, and that again helps you kind of sorry, where was I? I'll line it up over here, huh? Yes. So right by the 3 and then 1 down. It helps you get a better impression, so that's why they do that. So that's why they sell those foam pads you can buy, because it helps. Okay, and number 2 is crushed velvet. That's what I'm saying. These aren't really for accuracy, because you still have to eyeball it. You know, you still have to kind of line it up and do what you have to do to get that working. So it's not like a precision press or a MISTI or anything like that. So again, I'm going to line it up in the very top corner of my paper, hopefully. I can't see through this really, so whatever I'm doing is just going to have to go. And again, I'm going to try to really press down everything. I missed that middle section that last time. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a little off, I can see here. Okay, and ooh, I don't like putting water on here, but I'm gonna have to clean this off because I got too much ink. So it's just a baby wipe from the Dollar Tree. And look at how quickly that stained. It happens. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna wash that later. I'm just putting that to the side for now. And number 3 is gonna be our black layer. Let me put that there. Number 3 is just a little outline, so you know this is where. And I would totally stand up and look over my paper, this to make sure I'm lined up right. I just didn't want to get my head in the way for you guys. Again, the stamping tool would help if you lined it up and then, you know, picked it up and all that, and then laid it back down. So, but right now we're trying these guys out. Okay, again, right near the 3 and down 1. This is a big guy, so let's make sure he lines up right. Let's keep our paper straight here. Well, I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so black. I like the way it just clings, because you can feel it. It's like just chunky, this ink. And maybe this time I will stand up and take a gander over the top. But okay. Again, make sure your stamp is facing the right way. I can kind of see what I'm doing, where it's going. What I'm saying is if, like, let's say you get there and you're getting closer and you can kind of see you need to move it, you have the ability to do that pretty easily. But again, I want to actually keep this where it's supposed to be. And I'm assuming that's like right there. Yeah, if you stand up and look right over it, it's much easier. I was sitting kind of way back in the cut over here. Oh, I was close. Well, Okay. Aw, so I did keep missing this middle section. I'm gonna say that's my fault. And then this top corner. Completely, look at this top corner. Ugh, let me see if I can, I might mess this up. Let's eyeball that as we get closer. Right there. I'm gonna try to get that top corner. Hey, not bad. Okay, let me show you. This is not the best. I should have started off leaning over, but it's really cute. And again, this middle section I keep missing it. And it's not the stamper's fault. I mean, it's me. Look, I can even see right now there's so much ink right there. Should I try to do it again? Try to get that part? I don't know. Being super cheeky on this one. Let me see here. Okay, if that looks about right. I'm getting closer. I can kind of see it better where it might supposed to be. I mean, I do like that you can maneuver it around. Not bad. I did double stamp it, and the way you can tell that it's double stamped is because like over here you can kind of see that edge where it was stamped, but I got it in there, and look at, not too bad. This is really pretty. And if I was using it as the background, to be honest, I would still use it. I don't see why not. You know, it's a little bit off here and there, but overall I do like these guys. Like I said, I had the old, I don't know why I said like in another video a long time ago, the Fiskars one that has the little orange squishy like foam here sponge, and I like that one. So, you know, this is very similar to that. But what I do like is that when you're getting close, if you can kind of give it a nudge, or you know that you need to make an alignment, you can do it pretty easy. So I do like that for that reason. It feels sturdy. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of wonkiness. Again, like, you know, as you're pushing it down, you can push down this side before you push down this side, but you know, I mean, if it stays in the same spot, I don't see a problem with that. So I'll definitely like to work with them. You'll see them probably more in the future because I needed something like this. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that gives you kind of an idea of how these work. And I will see y'all at the next one. Bye now.